My name is Badrul from Bangladesh. I have expertise knowledge on natural farming, which I actually shared with millions of small-scale farmers and family farmers all over the world. So,
tell us the way the in-stream make farming and the way peasant make farming, please. And could you contrast both?
I am talking about small-scale peasants or farmers,
okay.
Whatever you can say. It's not big farmers or peasants. And so the small-scale farmers are actually friendly to nature, to the earth. And agriculture evolved over thousands of years. And this is our culture, our way of life. But unfortunately, it has been destroyed by the transnational corporations in different ways. And they have seized our agriculture in other way, you can say. And they imposed chemical farming on peasant and family farmers. And we are facing lots of problems with the chemical farming, which is coming from transnational corporations, and they are doing for their interest, and they are not thinking of the human being or the cause of human being. So it's a big problem that we are facing in agriculture, and market mechanism is definitely something which is in relation to business. This is not the solution to solve the problem which is existing at this moment in the globe. So market mechanism which promote the genetically modified crops. As for example, in Bangladesh at this moment, our government approved BT brinjal, which is a BT eggplant, genetically modified eggplant. And it has been proved that this type of genetically modified organism is not good for the human health. It has risks. It can cause even cancer to human being. But due to invisible reason, the Ministry of Agriculture approved BT brinjal already, and it is being promoted by Monsanto and Mahiko, an Indian company. It is also banned in India. The High Court of India issued rule on BT brinjal in India, and it is banned, but it is introduced in Bangladesh. So it's quite against the small-scale peasants who are going with their traditional farming practices, which is very important. And the small-scale farmers are producing very healthy food, ecological food, which is very safe for the human being. But unfortunately, we are imposed with lots of practices which is not ours, that is benefiting the transnational corporations only.
So do you think, do we have any solutions to this problem?
I think we have solutions. We have to go with our own practices, own peasant-based agroecological practices, which will have much respect to food sovereignty, because we think that food sovereignty is a true solution to the present global climate crisis. But it is not accepted anywhere. We are just promoting food sovereignty concept as principle, and we are trying to push this principle everywhere. What do we mean by food sovereignty? We think that food sovereignty is something that will allow the small-scale peasants to have the right to land and to grow their own local food, to grow their own culturally appropriate food. That is the core concept of the food sovereignty. So we also put stress on building local market for the peasant community all over the world, not only in Bangladesh. As you know, I belong to Bia Campesino. It's an international network of peasants organizations. So we have our common position on different issues. We think at this global, at this stage, we have to promote the food sovereignty concept all over the world to save the peasants, to save the humankind as well. Because we know that whole planet is at peril at this moment. There is a planetary emergency. Everybody has said already. So we need to find a solution that will protect our planet, our Mother Earth.
To the topic of climate-smart agriculture, since it's titled here and it relates to the presentation. But again, the question is, who are the perpetrators of this, causing this as a crime? And related to that, perpetrators is who are the accessories, not only the perpetrators, but the accessories. Climate-smart agriculture was just lightly talked about. And I was wondering about this because our sister from the Mayan people, it's my understanding that the Mayan cosmovision, it's unacceptable to buy and sell the air. So the air, the trading of the carbon, the air, and the methane now in soil is now becoming privatized, commodified, mercantilism. And this issue of soil to be used as a sponge for the pollution of the north as part of a component of that. Back to the perpetrators and who are the accessories of this. I hear World Bank is investing in this as well. Can you lend us some comments to that, please?
I think perpetrators are quite evident. They are the big agro-business companies like Monsanto or Syngenta. They are promoting genetically modified organism, and they are suggesting for smart, climate-smart agriculture. But climate-smart agriculture is not smart enough because it is just promoting the transgenic seed in everywhere. And they are trying to convince the peasants to accept their genetically modified organism. And they are propagating that the peasants will get higher yield from the genetically modified organism, and peasants will be able to grow transgenic seeds in the desert area or in the area where affected with salt soil. But it's not the fact. It is very much falsified. It has been proved in different ways. So we think it's a false solution, and we have to reject this. And we have to go with our own traditional practices, which is very much friendly to ecology, to environment, also to Mother Earth. We have to protect our Mother Earth. We cannot go with the toxic chemical fertilizer or pesticide. All are the toxic, which is contaminating our environment, our earth, our soil. Already we have lost many species of animals, birds, trees. So we don't like to lose our elements of the nature. So we have to protect them, and this is the only way to go with the agroecological practices, peasant-based agroecological practices. Of course, it would be based on the concept of food sovereignty. That's the solution. And perpetrators are quite clear to all of us. They are big agro-business companies, and they are doing everything for their own interest, not for the peasants, not for the people. People are below the profit. They know only how to make profit. So these companies should be accused anyway. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Badrul.